Finish it. I'm nasty. I'm nasty. I'm nasty. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Healer. Healer. Oh, get out of there. Back up. Oh, back up.
Kill the streamer. Ah, hell nah, bro. Don't throw it in, motherfucker.
Go, cuz. I got you. I'm a beast. I got you. Go, 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 go. Go, go. I'm messy. Go. I tried. I tried everything, bro. I tried. Bro, I tried everything. I tried every heal in the game. Watch this, Cray. Watch this, Cray. Watch this, Cray.
No way. Hey, yo, Cray.
Go, Cray. Go.
You motherfucker. You motherfucker.
Go, Cray, run. I'm going, cuz. I'm going. I'm out. Get it. Cray, pop it. No, what are you doing? Bro. What is poppin', squad? Your boy Jesimein. I hope you guys enjoyed that intro clip. Your boy was healing like a god. I don't know what it came over me, man, but Nomad with defib is insane. Try it out if you have my Nomad build or your own Nomad build. If it's anything tanky, put on that defib. Your teammates will love you in those situations. But let's get into what I want to talk about today, and that's the health of the DZ. So one thing I've always dealt with in the Darkzone was Rogue Police, right? This is something that got really big with Rogue 2.0. It's something that a lot of players backed off as far as the DZ. They can't stand it, and it makes sense. I mean, the advantage is definitely with the players who are okay with sitting around for 40 days until somebody flags up. But my problem with this is that it takes the feel of the DZ away. And the reason I'm saying this is because let's say, you know, I flag up knowing that people know how I am. So like if I come across stream snipers or I come across people who know who I am, they know that they can rogue police in peace because I'm going to flag regardless because I like PvP. And if I don't flag, there will be no PvP. And I think that's where the problem stands. So we're at a predicament where we're ready, you know, have to deal with multiple teams. Usually the people who flag can handle it, you know what I'm saying? The people who aren't flagging are obviously the ones that don't want to flag for a reason, and it makes sense. The choice is there, right? Some teams can control the pace of a server, but I feel naturally that's not necessarily fun, and I think it's not a problem the developers made, it's just how players play it. And what do I mean by this, Jesimein? What are you talking about, bro? It's always the dev's fault, right? So everybody says, no, it's not always the dev's fault. Rogue 2.0 sucked for the people who like, you know, burst roguing, right? You like getting the quick advantage, you know, take a man out real quick, whatever, right? That sucked, but we adapted to it. We've been on Rogue 2.0 for a long time, so much so that I almost forget what it was like without it. So being that this is the reality, players exploit this in a way where they feel like they can basically play passive mode and then come in and just take credit for kills, take credit and come in ganking somebody because they don't have to worry about their random nades being thrown or their turrets or what, yada yada this and yada yada that. And people say that's a problem. They're like, oh, there's so much stuff that needs to be changed. Honestly, if it was me, I would make at least grenades and maybe turrets and something be able to flag on each other, I guess, and burn everybody, but that wouldn't make sense. That would be a change, but honestly, it comes down to how the players play it. And at the end of the day, regardless of what patch it is or whatever, the players are what make the system cheesy. So in my opinion, this is my advice to you. If you like PvP in any way, shape, or form, and you have a 4 team in the Darkzone, unless you're farming, you better be flagged up. I feel like there's no point in just staying around as a 4 group. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have nothing to lose at this point. And I'm being realistic, right? People are going to say, well, some people are on keys and stuff. 99.99% of the people who are still playing a Darkzone, if they're not farming, have all their gear sets and have everything optimized and all that stuff. They're just a full team of optimized people standing around waiting to all focus fire one guy that flags up that gets impatient, or 2 guys that are dueling, or a team that just can't handle sitting around. Like me, for example, I'm one of these. I can't sit in a DZ and talk for 40 minutes. I can't stand on top of a car for 40 minutes. Like I can't do that. So my natural reaction is I'm a flag regardless. Even if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna flag because this is not the DZ. Like it's not a social hour. Sit here, look at each other, and jump one person. That's not fun. It's not satisfying killing one guy when you have a full four team. Not even just a four team, a full server. So I think the players should have like a motion. It should be like an unspoken rule where everybody just says if you have a full team, naturally you just gotta go in there and flag up. Like just so the fact that everybody can start shoot at something other than one team, because I feel at the end of the day, like I get it, the dark zone is supposed to be unfair. I have no problem. We go manhunt regardless. But I'm just saying, like, how is it fun for everybody when everybody else stays unrogue? Where it's just all standing around. And when our team finally dies, which we inevitably will, because we don't run off. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that we run off right in the beginning unless it's a crazy situation. 9 times out of 10, we're fighting it off till we die anyways because we want the PvP. We don't care about the loot. And I think at this point in the game's life, players like me, players like who've been playing the game since day one, have the loot. So the loot part isn't important. Yes, you can always get a better house or you can get a better role. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, you probably can't even get a better role because everybody has everything. Too many GE cycles have came, so I'm pretty sure that that's not even the case. So honestly, unless you're making a new character or you just made a brand new account or something, you really have no excuse to sit around in rogue police. And I get it, that's a part of the game. There's good guys, bad guys. But what's fun when everybody wants to be the good guy, right? Everybody wants to stand around, and that's why you have these servers where you go sometimes and people are just standing still looking at each other. It'll be like a full 4 team standing still just looking at each other and talking. That's why it's Tom Clancy's The Discussion, because everybody just sits there and talks. And I think I have no problem with socializing. Like that's fun. It's cool that we have this open arena where we can just say and do whatever we want, whatever, talk like as if we're standing in front of each other. But how long can you really do that without getting bored? Like, what did you hop on? Did you hop on the division to socialize? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not what I see the dark zone for. If you want to go socialize, hop in a party chat, go in the terminal. If you're in a dark zone, come to fight, come to make it fun. Don't come to just make it boring. Where you come with your 4 team and you guys are basically unkillable because you're all probably wearing Nomad or something and you're just standing around waiting. You know what I'm saying? All your ults ready because you're okay with waiting for 40 minutes before you have action again. Which means if I'm not feeling like flagging, let's say I'm the person and I'm speaking for the people who like going rogue. If we as the rogues don't flag up, the rogue police and the people who never flag will sit in a lobby forever and just sit there. And what happens and what I see a lot is when I'm streaming and it gets to that, it always gets to that at some point where it gets unbearable because everybody stacks up in the same spot because rogue police can hang around each other, right? Multiple groups can sit there and kumbaya and not do anything until my team flags up or the other rogue team flags up, and it ends up being the whole server on one corner of the street where it's not a natural place for you to flag up anymore because it's like if I flag up, I'm getting rushed by 18 people immediately. So it's like, that's where problems happen. And I think that's a problem because people are scared. Like, what are you scared to die for? Flag up. If you have a team, if you're solo, I understand. But even when you're solo, like, do you just want to stand around and help a server kill somebody? Is that fun? Maybe my idea of fun is different than other people's, which causes me to have like this bias. But I don't know. I think I speak for a majority of the DZ players when I say rogue policing is boring. It's not hard. It's not unfair. It's just boring. It's like the little feel we have of the game. Like let's try to enjoy it before Division 2 comes out. You don't want to kill it by just standing around. And I think that's where the biggest problems are. And I think that needs to be addressed via the community and not the devs. It's not the devs' fault. It's not the game's fault. It's how we play it. You know what I'm saying? And I think rogue police, if this is you, you know who you are. If you're standing in with a 14 group, flag up, have fun, go off. If you die, you're not going to lose anything. 9 times out of 10, rogue police are standing still for 2 hours so you don't have loot on you. You just sit there and talk, and all that gear you grinded for, all that time you spent, it's for nothing when you sit around. And I think all the times I've proven it by not flagging is enough. It's not fun. Flag up. If you're in a dark zone, you have a full team. If you come to fight. Don't come to talk. Don't come to stand on top of cars. Don't come to socialize. Have fun with the game. Like we have PvP. Let's use it. So that's how I feel about it. A lot of people can disagree. A lot of people can agree. At the end of the day, I feel as a person that spends 99.99% of the time in the DZ, this rogue policing stuff it's just boring. It's not hard. It's boring. And I think if you want to have fun in DZ, flag up. Dying is not going to hurt you, dude. You will respawn, just like you would as a rogue policeman. It's better to die a rogue than die a rogue policeman, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And that's my logic. I'm standing by it. It is what it is. Team rogue all the time. Without the rogues, you rogue policemen will have no game to play. So you guys owe us that. You know what I'm saying? Respect the rogue. Respect the manhunt. And hey, everybody who's rogue and manhunt, keep doing your thing. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep the game fun. It's your boy. And I'm out.